I'm Dan P. We're with Infinite Live Podcast. We're looking at Magic Circle with
Jordan Thomas.
Jordan Thomas. Where are you guys based in?
Tiburon, California.
Awesome. And what's the developer?
Developer is Question.
Question. Okay. Is it a whole bunch of indie vets that are...
Yeah, well, we all come from BioShock, a little bit of Thief way back in the day, and also the Dishonored team. We're 3 people.
BioShock Infinite?
All 3, actually, for me.
Wow. Awesome. Well, okay, I like this game already. I love the BioShock games. Very cool.
I'm very glad to hear that.
Were you guys working on System Shock?
No.
Okay.
Do I have that big a beard? No. No, but suffice it to say, some things in the game are heavily inspired by old school Shock.
So what's going on over here with Magic Circle? I see first person, looks like there could be a puzzle kind of thing going on. There's a color thing going on. What's the game?
Well, basically, it's the story of an unfinished game. Think like legendary vaporware, right? So for some people, this is Duke Nukem Forever. For some people, it's Last Guardian, but also major RPG sequels.
Yeah.
And it's this fantasy game that everybody's wanted since the 80s. It used to be a text adventure, and this is the long-awaited sequel where the fans will never be happy no matter what they release. It's impossible because it's been going on for 20 years.
What? Okay.
So, you were the hero of this piece of vaporware, waiting for the gods to make some kind of decision about you. And they won't. They haven't given you any powers, no gender. They haven't decided on a color scheme for the sky. Nothing. You get sick of waiting, and you wander off to go fix the game from the inside or cancel it.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
Right.
I've seen this game a couple times passing through, and I keep seeing this start menu, and I'm just trying to figure out what's going on over there. But now it makes sense what you're saying.
Well, right now, what may be going on is that the player is stunned, but this is the interface inside any of the interactive object, any of the colorful objects in the game, you can edit. So all of those are properties that you can steal like Lego and plug into anything else in the game. So if you wanted to, what I've been saying here at PAX is, man, sick of walking around PAX. Wouldn't it be nice if one of these chairs would carry my ass, right? So in our tech, you can do that. You trap the chair, look inside it says, I move by nothing. Well, if you steal my movement, that leaves me paralyzed. You move my ground movement into the chair, and you've got a walking chair.
Well, so you're kind of like, programming on the fly in the game?
Yeah, sort of like Mad Lib's programming. Like it's all under the hood, it's all one fluid system.
Yeah.
We just try to make it look as simple as possible. And so we want you to feel more and more like a game designer as you play without having any expertise, essentially.
Wow. That's great. So is there power-ups to find, or do you upgrade your ability to change the world over the course of the game?
Yeah, you're sort of slowly stealing all the powers of the game developers from them as you play.
Wow.
And so you become more and more like them. You never get to use them on yourself because they've made you read-only. So you're always acting through proxies, kind of working through creatures that you make.
I know the game's still early, but whatever you can say about it, but is there a point when the developers are actually taking an active role in affecting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately it's off camera right now, but if you see right now, over here, the developers have actually caught the player and are debating about whether he should have weapons.
What?
So the writer's like, oh my god, don't give him weapons because he'll kill his own mom and ruin my story.
Oh my god.
And the producer's like, this is the only part I still like, come on. But eventually he wins and they cut weapons and you've got no weapons for the rest of the game. And that means you have to go steal their tools and be more like a game dev.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Glad to hear it.
I did not see that right away. Wow. That's awesome. So at the end of the game, is there a finished game that you can run around in or something?
I don't want to spoil how your goal
Okay.
changes. Suffice it to say that we are building player expertise in creativity. There's no single solution in this world, right? If you're playing Portal, which we're huge admirers of, Portal is all about sort of learning the smart solution the developers made and figuring only that out.
Wow.
In this game, that wouldn't work, right? Because it's supposed to be a failure.
Yeah.
So you come up and you see all these different gaps in the world, things they failed to do, and you have to make your own solution out of a very wide array of options.
Wow. Now explaining it, this looks fantastic. How far along is this?
We have about 2 hours of content that we're pretty confident in. We'd like to get to about three and a half. Explorers will probably push it out to 5. This is a non-linear game.
Yeah.
Past this early intro stuff, it really opens up. You get to go all over the place and solve whatever problem you want, and each area that you visit gives you a new behavior which might help you solve something else that you've discovered. And so as time goes on, without spoiling too much, you discover, in fact, he's very close to where you discover a previous version of the game that was cut, and you start kind of archaeologically mining it for other behaviors.
So is meeting up a dev again? Are they represented by that big eye?
Yes. One of those grid-like eyeballs is a developer who is waiting for the player, has become aware that somebody's in the system who shouldn't be.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Is there a way for us, for the general public, to play this game at some point?
We'll be out early next year. We don't want to commit to a specific date because if we fail to make it, we become our own joke.
Yeah.
So
that is like meta on top of meta.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Crazy.
So in lieu of that, we're just sort of saying early next year, and we have a little mailing list and all that kind of good stuff. So if you want to know when the game's coming out, we can get you to this. Also, we've got Twitter. Websites, the traditional boring stuff.
So are you guys coming out on PC, any other platforms?
PC, Mac, and Linux if we can get it working is our current target. We would love to get to consoles, but only if there's a big enough audience.
Yeah, of course. So everybody I've been interviewing at PAX or I have on my podcast, I always talk about what people's gaming origins. So that can mean how did you start gaming?
Sure.
Or, was it something that maybe your parents influenced or like a friend or something like that? So, I started on an Apple IIe playing Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
And, watching my brother play Bardsdale.
Yeah, my best friend was similar.
Yeah,
I go to his house to play the Apple games.
Yeah, my brother used to tell me that, Bardsdale was a two-player game. So he'd let me use part of the keyboard that wasn't being used.
Oh!
Yeah, older brother.
That is both sweet and manipulative as hell.
Older brothers suck. But it was pretty awesome. But so what's your gaming origin? Like, how did you start?
Well, I started with the sort of adventure games on the PC. My dad was kind of an early adopter of the IBM PC Junior.
I had an IBM.
All right, so I played all the kind of
little carts.
Yes. So I played all the kind of X's Quest games, right? Insert your kind of adjective here. And
King's
so
Quest, Police Quest.
Yeah. I guess those aren't adjectives, but anyway. So I started there, and then a sort of revelation hit when the kind of early immersive simulations hit. The sort of the PC games like Thief, System Shock, stuff like that. And I was like, oh my God, you mean there are games where I can do something?
Yeah.
And so it's funny because that conflict is a little bit reflected in the Magic Circle. You start out with nothing. You're really just kind of walking the dance steps that were prescribed by the designers, and eventually you're like, nope, I'm freaking leaving.
To go back to the game, I just noticed, so is there different art styles depending on the different... Oh my gosh, because this looks like...
Yeah. Our art director is right there behind you, Stephen Alexander.
Hey!
Yeah. He's responsible both for the hand-drawn look of the world that you begin in, and also for this spoiler-filled old-school game that you unearth.
Yeah, this looks great, 96, 97?
That was the goal, yeah.
Yeah, this Deus Ex one.
You were talking about origins, right?
Yeah.
Witness our baptism.
Wow, this is great. Jeez. Well, this looks like a fabulous game. I totally want to play this right now.
Our pleasure.
I'm really glad, man. Really great game.
Yeah. So cool. Thanks for talking with us. Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you ever so briefly.
Yeah. Dan.